So rumor has it that a quality of life change is happening in Warzone 2 and Modern Warfare 2, but I don't care about that game because it's super trash and you die the blink of an eye. You die fast in Warzone 2, but imagine how fast you die in multiplayer. That's literally not fun. I think Activision is running from the truth. They don't want to know the truth. If you put something like a no skill based matchmaking mosh pit in the game, I wonder how that would play out. I wonder how many people would actually be in that playlist. I put a poll out on Twitter where I'm asking, would you like a no skill based matchmaking mosh pit playlist? And 83.3% said yes, and 16.7% said no. Call of Duty is losing its player base. Obviously, you know this because you deep down inside don't want to play it. And I don't like speaking for everybody, but like when you turn the game on, it's like, why? I probably have all the camos. If I'm primarily a Warzone player, the stats aren't recording. So what am I playing for? Getting all these wins and none of it counts. If they tweet out no skill-based matchmaking mosh pit coming in the new update playlist, how many players do you think would come back just to play that playlist? I think the game would hit all-time numbers, to be honest. When Warzone 2 first dropped, that's when the player base spiked because everybody wanted to play Warzone 2, and you know the regulars still wanted to play multiplayer. So the Warzone 2 players made that big spike, and I think that spike would literally come to multiplayer. I didn't touch multiplayer one time since Warzone 2 dropped. Multiplayer is just not fun anymore. With the skill-based matchmaking, with dying way too quick, the maps suck. All of the maps are recycled. If the map isn't recycled, it sucks. And with all that being said, if they bring back a no skill-based matchmaking mosh pit, I will 100% come back to multiplayer. Warzone 2 is not a good game at its current state. Let's put it that way. Warzone 2 is not a good game at its current state. What do they have to do? I know they said they're going to change the looting and the gulag is going to be 1v1. What were they thinking, Jive, with the 2v2 gulag? I'll tell you exactly what they're thinking. This game is catered to console players. Console players aren't used to VOIP. So they gave you guys VOIP in this game. When you're at a certain radius, you can hear the other players talk in game. They made the 2v2 gulag like that so console players can be super excited to talk to each other in the gulag and everybody can hear each other all at one time. I saw when they were promoting the game, they told Swag or whoever, it wasn't Swag, it was the one that's always hype. Repulse. They told Repulse, no, talk in game. We want to promote the VoIP. And somebody with a brilliant idea must have said, hey, let's make the gulags 2v2 so people can talk to each other. That was one of the dumbest ideas that I ever seen in a video game. Why are you playing a battle royale? You're fighting to get out of prison in the battle royale, but you bring back a stranger. I kill both players, which what happened majority of the time when I get out the gulag. I kill both players and the enemy comes back with me because I killed both players. I literally don't understand their concept with that. The bad player survives is their concept. Because you can have 7 self-revives. You can have 19 airstrikes. What were they thinking? You run around and you get killed by somebody sneaking up on you, and you wonder why you didn't hear their footsteps. You didn't hear their footsteps because over to the right, a mile away, you hear 19 airstrikes going off. You hear airstrikes the whole game. The quality of life in this game needs so many changes. When the update drops, I know people will come back. But if certain things aren't changed, people are going to leave again. I think a lot of the movement needs to be updated. No, you don't need to slide cancel. But we need to be able to shoot while sliding. We don't have to slide cancel. We need to shoot while sliding. First of all, if shoot while sliding was in the game, slide canceling might not have even been created. Then again, it might have, because you have to find some way to get your sprint back because you're running across a super large map. But that's neither here nor there. It seems like they fired everybody that worked on Warzone 1. Because in Warzone 2, the same mistakes are happening. Like, you go to loot somebody, their loot on the ground is all piled on top of each other, and you can't pick it up because you're picking something else up. Then you drop something else. Then you pick that up. Then you drop that. Like you're trying to get a weapon at the buy station. When you go to the buy station, you buy something, you buy a weapon, and the weapon drops right in front of the buy station. Instead of way behind you to the left or way behind you to the right, it drops right in front of the buy station. What happens if I go up next to buy something from the buy station and I'm on your team or something, or even if I'm not on your team, I go to the buy station, I try to go in the buy station, I'm picking up weapons instead of going in the buy station because the weapon is in the way. Why till now does it register, hey, we need to fix that? Didn't you learn from Warzone 1 that this was going to happen? Why not put the loot in a big circle in the sky, levitating off the ground, like Warzone 1 from the beginning of the game? How do you make a regular mistake like that again? I won't be surprised if the porcupine glitch come back. We used to call it that, when the weapon turns into a monster and just is all over the screen. I don't know if you guys remember that. I won't be surprised if that came back. And the catering to bad players really needs to stop. If you get into a lobby, I'm not even talking about skill-based matchmaking. Every lobby has this problem. Everybody can grab 9 self-revives. I want my kills. If we're playing quads and I down somebody, it should be a 20% chance that he has a self-revive. And that's a high number, to be honest. A 20% chance. In this game, it's a 80% chance that that player has a self-revive unless it's literally the beginning of the game. Usually, people don't have self-revives and stuff because we just drop, pick up a gun, and try to clear the area. That's what most players do. And then we go on to play, and then we find our self-revives and stuff like that. If you survive till the second circle, it's like a 70% chance that you found a self-revive. If you're playing quads, at least 2 players, if all of you guys survive till the second circle, at least 2 players has a self-revive on your team. And if they don't, they have a self-revive pistol. It's insane. They want the bad players to stay alive so much. If you get downed That's your teammate's job to pick you up. Not in this game. They want the player retention. They want bad players to keep coming back. People aren't used to VoIP on console, so they put VoIP in the game. They didn't even implement the VoIP correctly. Go watch a game of DayZ or Escape from Tarkov and see how VoIP is supposed to be. VoIP isn't supposed to sound like a stranger is in your party. If I'm in a room and somebody is in the room next to me, we shouldn't sound like we're in a group chat. The person in the room next to me, if the room is on the right, the VoIP should be coming from my right. And it should be a little lower than being right next to me. No, the volume is the same no matter how far they are. I think it's a 50-meter radius. If they're 49 meters away, they sound like they're literally in your group chat. It's incorrect. Activision has way too much money to be making these mistakes. Although it's not a mistake, but to be this lazy and this cheap on spending money to develop a good VoIP engine or mechanic or whatever you want to call it. Billions of dollars, and they can't get an update out on time. Oh, we have to push it back to the 15th. And we got so much money to be paying people to work 24/7. And I'm not saying one person has to work 24/7. They should have people on shifts working 24/7 to get this game out on time. I think Warzone 2 was pushed back because they was trying to get the VoIP and all this new stuff that they added in the game, what nobody asked for. I understand it being a new game, new stuff. Yes, but at least put new stuff in the game that works. No. Like I said, the game was supposed to be updated February the 1st, but it got pushed back to the 15th. And now they're making quality of life changes because they see people leaving. Oh man, this game will never be fixed. I mean, we're breaking records. We're going head to head with Fortnite. Like we get more viewers than Fortnite on a lot of nights. But no, let's take slide canceling out. Let's take reload canceling out. Let's put a book bag on them where they loot slower. They just slowed the game down. And I don't want slide canceling back or anything. I'm just saying they just slowed the game down. It's like they don't want people to get from A to B at a fast pace. They took the balloons out the game. They made the cars slide all over the place when you drive them. What cars drive like that? If you're 12, you might be like, oh, driving is hard. But if you're an adult and you drive one of these vehicles, you're like, what drives like this? Like a car with bald tires drives better than that on a street. Like, what were they thinking with a lot of their thoughts? But I could go on and on. If you like the video, like the video. Yo, this your boy Jive Turkey live from the 2-1 motherfucking 5. And remember, Shannon Sharp is the Jive Turkey of arguing with people at basketball games. I'm out.